what does the Browns season look like when Deshaun comes back week 13? December 4th, he's playing the Texans, his team he came from.
It's going to be the preseason for next year for them. That's my answer. Because they're not competing for the playoffs at this point. They're not going to make the playoffs. So, like, I think it really is just about gaining momentum into the offseason, if that makes sense.
No, I totally agree. Yeah. I think their season is probably lost. So, like Dylan's saying, like, yeah, it's just to get, it's like practice almost kind of, but you're playing in a game. Bills, they have next week, the Bucks, and they play the Texans when he comes back. They're already 3-6. Yeah, I don't see him doing much.
I think it'll look rough, and I think people will end up overanalyzing it. But to your guys' point, the season's going to be over. A lot of instability there right now it'll just be kind of like preseason for next year. But it's rough season for the Browns. I think everyone expects a little bit more for sure.
I agree. I think it's been a really rough season for the Browns. But the thing to me is that like the Browns haven't, when they had a leader, they had a quarterback that led the team in Baker Mayfield. The Browns played a hell of a lot better than they are right now. And this whole season has just kind of felt like we're waiting for our guy to come back. And like, do I really give a shit if I'm going 110% against a team when we have Jacoby Brissett that's not a world beater? Deshaun Watson comes in week 13 against his former team and, dare I say, just lights the fucking hell out of him. You're not like hyped or excited like, damn, we have a fucking talented quarterback. We have a good roster. We're like probably 3-8 at this time, but holy shit, things are looking good for next year.
That was my point.
Yeah, you're right. A good quarterback, but they also have a rapist.
Okay, I know. I'm trying to just do football.
Fuck
but
Deshaun and fuck the Browns forever.
I agree. He shouldn't ever step on the football field again.
And fuck the Texans, yeah. Because they did it as well.
Condoned it.
But now we're getting off topic. But yeah, he's a good quarterback, but he's also a rapist. So, anyways.
Also, one more thing I want to think about. Do you guys think this style of offense is going to be good for him? Because Bill O'Brien's style was a lot different.
I think they'll change it up a lot.
Really?
Well, just because he's got the talent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, the receivers are okay.
Right.
Do you trust Stefanski to do that, though?
I think
There's
Stefanski
a lot of coaches that just like.
I think
stick with their system.
Stefanski can cook. I really do deep down. I think he can cook. He's just in a tough spot right now. But like, I think he's one of the better head coaches. Maybe not like obviously like top tier, but I think he has the ability to light it up. And I think you kind of have to change it up. Like I know some coaches are hard headed and like it's my way or the highway, but I think if you want to succeed, he's gonna have to change it up.
I agree. I'm definitely a fan of Stefanski too. I don't know if he's willing to do that, to be honest. You know what I mean?
I mean, mixing some play action, it's with Brissett, it's like, I'm not really that
It's
scared,
really just about putting Deshaun in shotgun, I think.
Yeah,
so
that too.
I was thinking about this, honestly. Literally earlier in the shower, I was like, is Stefanski still going to be the guy next year? As of right now, I think it kind of depends how the season ends. I think if I'm the Browns and if I'm paying the contracts, I'm paying, I'm saying, look, man, you better prove to me that you're worth it next year because I'm not fucking up next year. And you better prove to me that this game plan can translate to Super Bowl contention.
So you think that these last like 5 or 6 games are Stefanski's vying for his job almost?
Yeah, especially like you said with Deshaun coming back, I think it's like you better show me it goes back to if I'm gonna pay you a lot of money because he's getting paid a lot of money. If you're one of the highest paid coaches, dude, you better show me you can make this explosive fast. Because like they're the Browns and it's like there's so much pressure they cannot fuck this up.
Yeah.
Talk about like if they mess this up, this is the type of shit where you almost like have to, and this is almost blasphemous, but I'm being serious, like rebrand your organization. I mean, they have literally done nothing since they came into the NFL, and it's like, I'm sorry, bro, like they understand where I'm coming from. This is their legitimately first chance in so long to actually do something. And they went so long being so bad with what's the word? Just like care in place. First time they've set it up, they know they can't mess it up. And if and I'm sure the owner's like, I'll be damned if Stefanski's going to be the one who's going to mess me over on this. Like, I'd rather give some guy fresh 4-year start that I have total faith in if you're not going to carry us out.
Back to your point of just like, there's a lot of pressure on them to get this right. What they did was controversial. In the time being, when they traded for him, everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And
I
then
think
Jimmy Haslam, the
I
owner,
think that's why the
he
Browns
said something at the
if-
press conference or something like, almost like defending this. Like it just looked like so bad at the point, and they are a dump ass franchise. They are bad.
Well, another thing,
Like,
they
they
don't have
have
a
to-
future. They don't have picks.
They don't have picks. They just
It's now or like you can't do it. So that's why I would agree. Stefanski probably is vying for his job because if there's a better candidate out there and you're loading up for next year, don't the Browns have still like a lot of cap space?
I don't know after that guarantee. Isn't that fully guaranteed contract?
It is. I'm trying to
Right.
remember how much he's getting a year though.
Well, and they also paid Denzel the highest paid corner in the league. Miles they paid. I'm sure they got to take some of Coop's money from
Offensive
Dallas.
line.
Line has got a lot of money.
Yeah.
Worth noting that Denzel
Wills-
hasn't been the same since he got paid either. Just kind of like a little side note, but
Well, he got a concussion, and it's like his third in the past 2 years.
Oh,
well, that's
shit.
that's the
So,
thing. I'm not blaming it
I
on him
know
specifically, but it's just
someone was-
concerning. Like
I know someone was saying like I forgot who it was. I think it was someone I follow on Twitter, but they're like, you might be forced to like call it a career. Maybe I don't know. It was weird.
whoa.
Well,
You see, I didn't know this.
well,
I know-
no, it wasn't like it was just someone speculating like this guy's had a lot of concussions in his last 2 years with the Browns.
If you've had that many concussions, you should start to consider it. Yeah.
oh yeah,
They'll have 9.4 mil next year.
Yeah, that's not good.
not good.
I just wanted to say too, and then we can move on. I was always a huge fan of Stefanski, but the more I was thinking about it as you guys were talking, like I kind of thought it was like crazy. Like there's no way they would fire him. But like even with Brissett, I would have expected the Browns to be better than what they are right now. So I do see your point.
And
I didn't think about it in that light. I've just kind of like thought like they don't have Deshaun, it's whatever. But like they can run the ball really well. Their defense has been
Really bad.
yeah, but like I would still expect them to be better than what they are right now.
I think the last thing I want to say is how many times have we seen them blow a game? That's the most important thing to me. Is it's like he can't. It's like I want a guy who gets the game, gets it, and you don't fold. Like I don't want the faltering, the folding, and he's done that so many times. That's the main thing too. Where I look at it. It's like you really got to prove to me that you're the guy.
He was there with Baker his first year, and they went to the playoffs.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. I was just making
I think he was a coach of the year candidate.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he's had
was.
impress-
yeah.
He's had
No,
impressive.
I think he's
seasons.
a good coach.
Did he win it?
I thought he did.
I
to be
think he
honest.
won
I
it.
thought did.
He has won it. He has won it before.
I think he won it.
Then it was with the Browns, yeah.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm saying
but that's the
his
thing
first
is,
year.
but and that's it's not to naggy him, but it's reality where
You
one
gotta-
coach of the year doesn't mean anything.
you gotta
and it
find
really
the
doesn't.
juice.
It doesn't mean anything in the long term. It does mean something that year, but